So today I thought we'd have a bit of a chat about budget sketchbooks, especially for those of us who are returning to art, practicing regularly, or simply just trying to make our money stretch a little bit further. When I came back to drawing, I genuinely had no idea about paper. Cartridge, cold press, hot press, GSM, it all sounded a bit too technical and it was slightly intimidating. I thought paper was just paper. And honestly, when you're starting out or restarting, it kind of is. Because when you're practicing, experimenting and sometimes just making an absolute mess whilst you're figuring things out, you don't need to use luxury paper. You want something dependable, something affordable, and something you won't feel too precious about using. I get through a lot of paper. Some days I'll only use 1 page, other days I'll use 4, 5, 6. And when you're working like that, value for money matters. So a very simple breakdown. GSM stands for grams per square metre. It basically tells you how thick the paper is. The higher number, the heavier and the sturdier the sheet. For an everyday sketchbook, I'd recommend 160 GSM or higher. Anything lighter can feel a bit flimsy and might buckle a bit too quickly if you're using water-based mediums. Cartridge paper is a great all-rounder. It's good for pencil, fine liner, gel pen, coloured pencil and light washes. Mixed media paper is usually smoother and a brighter white. It's lovely for gel pens and marker pens. But in the budget ranges, I've found it doesn't cope well with proper watercolour, even if the cover says it will. Watercolour paper usually starts at about 190 GSM and it handles water much better than cartridge paper. It's often slightly textured or heavily textured, especially if it's a cold press. And when I'm creating a piece that I really want to turn out nicely, I usually use the 190 GSM watercolour sheets rather than a sketchbook because there's far less buckling and the finish is noticeably better. But for everyday art practice, a sturdy cartridge paper sketchbook is absolutely fine. What I look for is A4 size. A spiral bound sketchbook matters to me because I prefer drawing on an A4 size and it can feel a little bit awkward if you can't fold the page back on itself. Page count is important to me too. I don't want a wafer thin book that is going to be gone in a week. And price matters because when you're practicing regularly, those costs can very quickly add up. So I use everything from gel pens, marker pens, Inktense pencils, watercolour pencils, acrylic paint, drawing inks, coloured pencils, whatever I feel like on that day. So I need a paper that can cope reasonably well across all those mediums. So most cartridge paper sketchbooks will buckle a little bit with heavy water flow. That's just realistic. The key is how they behave with light washes and layering. So I'm going to talk you through some of the budget sketchbooks that I've picked up. I'm in the UK, so these have been picked up in my local stores, but some of it might be relevant to just give you some assistance in what you're looking for. Shaw & Marsh Hobbycraft, currently £8 for 60 pages, 160 GSM cartridge paper. I used to love these. I got through about 10 of them. They handled light washes reasonably well, some buckling, but manageable. But then they changed the quality and the surface felt different, the pigments reacted oddly, and it wasn't consistent anymore. And that's really frustrating when you rely on something. I won't be buying these again. I'm done with Shaw & Marsh. Seawhite of Brighton, about £9 for an A4 pad of 50 pages. This is, in my experience, the best all-rounder. Yes, you'll get a little bit of buckling with heavy water, but with light washes and light colour, it behaves really well and it handles all of the mediums that I like to use without any unpleasant surprises. The surface feels sturdy without being rough and it's reliable. Unfortunately, I don't have a stockist near me and I don't like to buy things online. So until I can get to a store that sells them, I'm stuck. But these are my favourite. So this one, the Artistry Sketchpad, it costs £3.20 in Tesco. Yeah, £3.20. You have to have a club card. I didn't expect too much from this one when I picked it up. It's got a soft back. It's a bit floppy. And I don't like that. But what I did was I just slid a piece of cardboard at the back just to give it that firm structure. The paper is slightly off-white, but once you start drawing you barely notice that. And for light washes I had no buckle in at all. Heavy water I tested on the first page, a little bit of movement but nothing too dramatic. So it's excellent value and I would absolutely buy it again. So this is an Art Sense mixed media pad. It costs just £2.99 from the range. Very smooth paper, bright white, lovely for gel pens and marker pens. And it is not good for ink or water-based mediums, even though it says it is. It just doesn't handle them well at all. But for dry media and line work, pencil work, it's an absolutely great value option. So these ones I picked up in Home Bargains. They were about £3. The paper is very shiny. It's almost like card. The gel pens didn't behave well on this one at all. Now in Home Bargains they quite often wrap all their sketchbooks up in cellophane, so you can't open them up and have a feel of the paper before you buy. This is quite important to do. So if you can, do ask a member of staff if you're allowed to open one, because it is worth checking. Because if you can feel the paper, you want a nice, firm, sturdy piece of paper that isn't too rough, that isn't too flimsy. So these were fine when I used them, but I'm not tempted to buy them ever again. Poundland, right, their stock varies so much and I don't go in there very often, but I have bought a few of these sketch pads. Now these sketch pads are exactly the same as the ones they sell in Hobbycraft, just branded differently. The paper quality is exactly the same and they're 5 times the price in Hobbycraft. So I picked one of these up for £1, but now they're closer to £2. That's inflation for you. But if you just need something to practice in, these watercolour pads are totally fine. And it's always worth keeping your eyes out because they do often get smaller sizes in and larger sizes, and they're perfectly fine for those churny art practice drawings that we all end up doing. So my final thoughts, well, if you're returning to art and you're practicing daily and you're experimenting with lots of different art mediums, don't feel pressured into buying those premium sketchbooks straight away. You can just use an affordable sketchbook for practice. 160 GSM cartridge paper is a really good all-rounder. When you've mastered your drawing, you can move on to buy a better quality paper for your finished pieces. Paper does matter for the end result, but the practice matters more. There's no point wasting your money on the best quality sketchbooks out there until you know which kind of paper works for you. I've seen a lot of professional artists liking these moleskin sketchbooks. I haven't ventured down that route yet because I kind of get the feeling that I'm not good enough yet. But I would love to know what sort of sketchbooks you prefer and what sort of paper you prefer as well. Like I said, the Seawhite at Brighton, my absolute favourites so far, and I just need to find somewhere that stocks them. Anyway, there we are, we're at the end of the video. Do give me a thumbs up and hit that like button if you've made it this far. Your support genuinely means an awful lot to me, and I do hope to catch up with you again soon.